General Nerdery.
Brother. Tyler, my brother. Tell me, what are we fighting for?
That's not at all how I thought you were going to start this. I thought it was going to be some variation of Gotta Catch 'Em All, but...
Yeah, no, I thought about this for days, and that I was trying to figure out, but then I heard that goddamn song.
I kind of hate you right now, just a bit.
Oh, it's in. If it has to be in my head for the next, 3 days, it's got to be in yours, too. Welcome to General Nerdery, a podcast about liking things, and in this case, inflicting bad Pokemon songs on people. I'm your General Zach.
I'm Tyler.
And today we have with our guest someone who is also on the Earworm Network. He is technically our CFO. He's the only person with any kind of rank. This is Will.
Hi, how you doing?
Do you want Will or what? Because I know you was both.
Cool. Either's good.
All right, well, it is.
Yeah. Will, I've been trying to have him on here for a while because he's my nerdiest friend, probably. Well, hit us with some credentials, bud.
Well, let's see here. God, Zach dragged me into Belagarth in 2016, if I did my math right, and
You're old now.
Right. Warhammer, I've been playing the tabletop of that since 2018, but my history with it stretches back to 2006 with the Dawn of War computer game.
Oh my god, that was one of the best video games.
It still is. I still play it.
Have you played that one?
I have some very fond memories of playing Dawn of War my freshman year of college. And
StarCraft, but in 40K, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about the only way I've ever really cared about 40K, to be honest with you.
No, that's valid. And let's see here. God, I picked up Dungeons and Dragons back when I started college, so a little late on that, but 2012, that was 8
years ago, man. That was it.
Well,
you put your time in.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making here.
But then Pokemon has been a part of my life kind of quite literally as far back as I'm able to recall with any kind of clarity.
I have never met someone who owns as many Eevee t-shirts as you. One for every day of the week.
For Eevee shirts, yes, one for every day of the week. If you want to know Pokemon shirts in general, last I took a count, 2 weeks worth. It has been a little while, so it might be 3 weeks worth now at this point.
All right, well, while we're on it then, what's your favorite out of all those?
Bulbasaur.
Okay.
Bulbasaur's my boy. Bulbasaur's my boy forever.
The cafe, when he worked at the good food store, used to sign all of his drinks as Bulbasaur.
And I still treasure that to this day. Let's see, and I also have a massive hoard of Pokemon plushes. They line the windowsill of my house, so everyone can tell which house is mine without even having to...
Yeah, that's how I find it.
And then before that, my dad was reading Lord of the Rings to me. I don't know, God, I wasn't even 10 yet. And supposedly, I was singing, or humming, I guess more, the opening theme to Star Trek from the moment I could start making sounds.
Oh, God, my dad tried to read me Lord of the Rings when I was about that age, but it gave me too many nightmares and we had to stop.
Funny you say that. The thing that I remember the earliest back is that scene with Old Man Willow in the oh God, what's the forest that they go into right out, almost right away to get away from the Black Riders?
Mirkwood, I think.
No.
Mirkwood's way later.
Yeah, God, what is that called? Maybe they just call it the Old Forest. I don't remember.
Yeah, the Shire Forest, for lack of a better...
Yeah.
That one, Old Forest over there.
Yeah. That's how that's what the Hobbit's going to call it.
Right. Look at that old place.
Yeah. No, he lives on the hill. That's the river. But the scene with Old Man Willow, I've had the same mental picture for that since then, and it still makes me uncomfortable to this day. Of just the part where the tree clamps shut and traps Merry and Pippin inside.
Yeah, I can't read Wrinkle in Time because it scared me so much when I was a little kid that I'm just like, nope, this is uncomfortable for me. It's good, it's just... Oh, fuck, thinking of nightmares. I told you this already, but last night, because I knew, it was Pokemon Day tomorrow, and Will's going to be on. It'll be great. And I go to bed, and I have dreams all fucking night long that Tyler has added 5 people to the guest list without telling me. That we are doing an episode on, like, the down and dirty, gritty, tactical decisions of Warhammer 40k, and for some reason we're picking everyone up at my dad's house.
I would like to point out that if I added 5 people last minute to the guest list, it'd be more of a nightmare for myself on making sure that we were all able to be heard on the microphone.
Oh yeah, we have 2 microphones in one tiny room. Like this, it would be... Everything about it was terrible, and I was trying to tell you this in the dream, but you were like, no, man, this is the really bold decision to make. I'm like, what does that mean?
Well, maybe if you did, had some of them serve as, kind of a Greek chorus. That might do it.
This is what happens with the dice rolls.
Oh, God. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't even really know what to say to that.
Oh, it was so stressful, though.
It sounds like it. Everything's been stressful lately. I have news. It starts off stressful.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Last part of that. I woke up mad at you this morning and then had to be like, he didn't do that. You were clearly dreaming. He doesn't even know where your dad's house is. Anyways.
I hope these nightmares continue.
I get mad at people that do things to me in my nightmares, and then I have to remind myself later. It's just how my brain works.
All right, so I'm going to try to go the news from most depressing and then end on a high note.
Okay, good. We need that.
I didn't want to spend too long on all the Corona shit. Goddamn COVID-19.
Oh, boy.
Every time we turn around right now, when we're recording this is recording it a week before you listen to it. And today, everything we have learned has changed 6 times. So this news might be wildly out of date by the time.
Oh, unquestionably.
But I also took the time to write all this down, so I'm goddamn well going to say it.
Yeah.
How about it?
First, WonderCon has been postponed, of course. Production has stopped on Flash, Riverdale, Batwoman, Supergirl, Pennyworth, Lucifer, Stranger Things, Wheel of Time, Carnival Row, Why the Last Man, Lord of the Rings, and The Witcher.
Also, Real Time with Bill Maher, whether you like that show or not, and Last Week's Night.
And on the film side, Jurassic World Dominion, Little Mermaid, Shrunk, Shang-Chi, the Home Alone reboot, Peter Pan and Wendy, The Batman.
I didn't even know some of those were being made. But also, fuck.
E3 has been canceled. All of the Disney properties are closed. Coachella's been canceled.
Emerald City Comic Con's been canceled, although they're doing a live stream something. A lot of these people are trying to do
Yeah, I've been very, very encouraged by how many of these places are how many of these things are trying to be like, all right, let's take this digital so that you all can still be here.
Well, and I believe I read they're also trying to set up an online marketplace to help out all the vendors that were going to be there.
Yeah, I know that hurts people a lot.
Yeah, bad.
It's scary enough when I have a regular paycheck and an employer. When you're self-employed, there's nothing to fall back on. So if you can help these people out, do it.
Toss a coin to your commission artists.
Fuck.
The release has been postponed of Mulan, New Mutants, Antlers, Quiet Place 2, and Fast and Furious 9, which is just F9, I believe.
Okay, I know this isn't the important part of that, but poor New Mutants can't catch a fucking break.
Oh my god, I didn't send it to you, but I saw the greatest fucking thing on Twitter, and it was just the Dr. Manhattan panel where he's seeing all the different moments in time, except it was replaced with, I see this date, New Mutants has been postponed.
Oh,
I see this date,
New Mutants has been postponed. Oh my god. I want this movie to come out so bad. The actors, because have you followed any of this? I don't even know if you know what New Mutants is.
I don't. I mean, is it all of X-Men?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I knew
New
that
Mutants,
much.
the comic was I think the first real X-Men spin-off comic. I think
Okay.
Beast and Iceman had done some solo stuff and worked on Defenders, but other than that, it was an actual like spin-off of X-Men. It was X-Men Junior, basically.
Okay.
By Chris Claremont, who wrote the most legendary X-Men run of all time. And I do not know the name of the artist off the top of my head. I want to say Brian McLeod, but I think that's wrong. Anyways, sorry. The important part here is X-Men spin-off. They made this movie when Fox still, like, before the Disney merger.
Oh boy.
And it was ready to get published before the Disney merger, and then it got put off, and then it got put off, and then they did reshoots, and then it got put off. And then...
actually, if it came out in this past week that no reshoots were ever done.
Oh.
It was because of the early talks of the merger that the release got postponed, and then it got caught up in that.
That's good to know. That's actually rare that they don't do reshoots. Almost every big action movie has reshoots at this point.
Right. I think if anything, they just use the time to improve the CG a little bit.
But at this point, it is either the last weird ghost of the Fox X-Men universe, or it's a launching point for X-Men in Disney.
Okay.
So people are really fucking confused about it, and like the actors are like, we made this movie, it was good, you should put it out. We don't know what's happening, but please, I'd spent like 6 months working on it.
They have out a dope
Validate
poster.
me, please.
Well, it's a good cast. It's fucking
Maisie
Williams from Game of Thrones, and Stranger Things kid that looks creepy but is a really nice guy. Sorry, he's great and he's good, but he's a weird fucking dude.
Maisie Williams as Wolfsbane, Anya Taylor-Joy from The Witch and Split, and Emma and Thoroughbreds as Ilyana Rasputin, Charlie Heaton from Stranger Things as Cannonball, Alice Braga from City of God and Lower City as Cecilia Reyes, Blue Hunt from the originals and This Is It, although that never aired, I guess, as
done
Mirage.
more than I have.
And Henry Zaga from MDMA, The Mysteries of Laura, Teen Wolf, 13 Reasons Why, as Sunspot, Roberto da Costa.
Yeah, it's a good superhero team. Like, it is a solid team collection that, unlike a lot of groups, has largely kept together since the 80s. Like,
Okay.
X-Men, there's usually Cyclops or Wolverine, but they have such a wide stable to pick from the X-Men. The New Mutants usually team up, with the exception of, like, Cannonball, as the New Mutants together. Okay. Which is something that I kind of appreciate about them.
Well, you're going to have to wait.
Yeah. 6 more years.
Trying to alleviate all that a little bit.
If we're going to go sad stuff, before, both Tom Hanks and Idris Elba have the corona.
And Christopher Hivju, Tormund Giantsbane.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Happier things.
Well, this is still related, but on the mitigating side. They did release Rise of Skywalker early on digital.
Oh, I did see that, yeah.
And Universal
is it on Disney Plus yet, do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. This is probably how I'll watch it. I have Disney Plus. Like, I'm not...
And Universal is going to offer movies that are current theatrical runs on video on demand starting on the 20th. That will include The Hunt, Invisible Man, and Emma for a price of $19.99.
None of those interest me, but cool. Like,
I have a feeling if they're going to do it, we're going to see other companies do sort of the same thing.
Totally,
so...
and I appreciate that they're being like, we know, I mean, part of this is like, let's be honest, a cold cash grab. They want to make some fucking money. Mm-hmm. But also at the same time...
They could just not do it.
And it's gonna suck for a while, guys. Like, so, take the time to... I saw a thing, it was like, take the time to appreciate art and artists while this is happening. Not just like, oh shit, they pour now. Poorer. But art is why we're going to get through this.
Yeah, no, art is the balm to times like these.
Reading, audiobooks, video games. I'm just listing stuff that I do on an average day. But, like, anything to get through this is going to make your life better. Whether it's you making stuff or other people making stuff. I really don't want to get, like, fully quarantined in the house, but God, I'd have so much time to catch up on art projects.
Oh, I know.
I wouldn't. I would just fucking read more Naruto, because apparently I've lost my goddamn mind for that comic book.
It's nice to think you might get something done, though, and that's...
I can pretend.
Yeah.
Oh, our website would be so bad.
You actually get stuff done. I mean...
Sometimes.
Comparatively.
Alright, so... Off of the corona, still not the greatest news because it's tied to something really shitty, but trending better.
Oh my God, thank God.
Still trending better. Harvey Weinstein did get 23 years.
Fuck that guy. Okay.
At his age, that's effectively a life sentence.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I was listening to another podcast, and I'm not going to name it because I'm not going to give shit to anyone in particular. They've done no wrong. But they dropped some political shit in the middle of a non-political podcast, and it drove me up a wall. Partly because I disagreed with it. Because it was kind of sexist. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to drop some politics here because we're going to talk about Harvey Weinstein. I am really torn between how much I really hate the prison industrial complex and also, holy shit, fuck that guy. He assaulted so many people. Like, if there's anyone who does deserve time in prison,
Yeah.
it's that guy. So I have really conflicting feelings about this, but none of it's like, oh, Harvey, but just...
You don't want to have to wish that upon someone, but if you're going to...
But if you're going to do it to someone, like, I'm not in any way defending him.
Yeah. Alright, so they wrapped production... I still can't believe this is happening. They wrapped production on the Helstrom show.
Yeah, Son of Satan, which is the weird 70s... Like, The Exorcist, I think, was popular, so they made Son of Satan. I'm not sure they're related, but it was, if nothing else, kind of like one of the Vogue genres of the time, like the devil. And it's literally just Damien Helstrom, the son of Satan. That's his backstory. Half the time he's evil, half the time he's not. He's got a fucking pentagram tattooed on his chest, and he doesn't wear shirts much. Like, this is, you now know everything you need to know about Damien Helstrom, the son of Satan.
Helstrom was the first, was it Marvel Max was the dirty?
I think the first one for that was Punisher, but
that was the first one I read.
Oh, okay.
From the Max line.
I've not read that one. I didn't care for the Max line because they were so happy they could say the word fuck that they...
That was the only thing I took from it. I'm like, okay, so I read that. I didn't like it. I didn't dislike it. It just sort of happened. But my main takeaway was, they were just really, really happy that they could finally just flat out cuss in a Marvel comic.
I just tried to look up Son of Satan so I could, like, say who created him, and I wrote Son of Stan instead, and I kind of wish I had just looked at that instead. The Son of Satan's first appearance was in Ghost Rider 1, which I did not know, and he was created by Roy Thomas and Gary Friedrich. All of this surprises me because they are all really good creators, and that was a really good series, and Son of Satan is not good. He can be fun. The show has so much opportunity to do some really fucking cool stuff, like, played that supernatural thriller, like, people eat this shit up.
Yeah, I have no idea what this show is going to be, though. Are they going to go serious with it? Are they going to go... Because you could go, like, more horror comedy with it if you wanted to.
Horror comedy would be how I want it to be. I mean, I also just like horror comedy versus horror, but, like, acknowledge that this is a bizarre fucking thing and don't take it too seriously because you're doing, again, Damien Helstrom, the son of Satan. Who, fun fact, married Hellcat, who was Jessica Jones's best friend in Jessica Jones.
Yes.
The blonde drug addict. God, I should not define her that way because she's amazing in that show. But...
And also terrible.
She's also terrible. I have not watched the third season, so I do not know if that gets better or worse.
Let's see.
I have opinions today.
This would be happier if it was a for sure, but there are a lot of rumors going around right now that they are trying to get Jim Carrey to be MODOK in Ant-Man 3. I wanted 2 weeks with Jim Carrey rumors in a row.
Huh. So MODOK is a big floating head with like little stubby arms and legs that like dangle, and he uses his telepathic powers to murder. And MODOK is a abbreviation of mental organism designed only for killing. Or something like that.
Yeah, I think there's been like 3 or 4 different versions of it.
And there's also been a Lady MODOK, which was the same thing, but with like lipstick, named Modam. I don't remember what that one stands for. Patton Oswalt is making a MODOK TV show, which is the most brilliant thing I've ever heard.
Absolutely.
So why the fuck would you fuck with that right now? Fine, Jim Carrey is one of the few people who could maybe do it. But just let Patton Oswalt have that. I don't want anything else to do with MODOK.
Kind of like last week with the weird oversaturation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I feel like it's a weird oversaturation of MODOK.
Which is, yeah, like... You can't get a Guardian spin-off out yet, but you're doing a second MODOK appearance?
So in other news, Vin Diesel has confirmed that some of the Guardians of the Galaxy will appear in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Good!
Yeah.
Those are the 2 franchises that I legitimately still care about in the Marvel Universe. I enjoy all the Marvel movies. I am not shitting on any of the Marvel movies. Those are the ones that I'm like, oh fuck, I can't wait to watch that.
Speaking of crossovers, Legends of Tomorrow is going to be crossing over technically with Supernatural.
I haven't read this. I've seen something about this. Are they like real crossing over, or are they like, oh, hey, cameo appearance?
So neither of the boys will appear. The car will appear. It's not the car they use on the show, it's a fan's recreation. The plot of the episode is that in the Legends universe, Supernatural is a TV show, and they're busting in on the set and helping the production.
This is the most bullshit crossover I've ever heard of in my life.
I agree, but I get to see Baby, the Supernatural car, in Legends. So.
Well, and Supernatural is not a show I like at all. But it's also been running for what? Some obscene number of seasons at this point.
14 seasons?
It is, I believe, the longest running not the longest running because, you know, Doctor Who exists, but like it's eclipsed Smallville and SG-1, which were fucking shockers at 10 seasons and over 200 episodes. It has left an indelible mark on media and on like the fantasy genre. So even if I don't like it, I respect it. Mm-hmm. So I get why they want to do this, but if you're gonna do it,
do it up.
Just fucking Power Rangers Justice League crossover this shit. Because that was a dumb comic, but God, I read every fucking page of it. And I would absolutely watch a Supernatural Legends of Tomorrow crossover just to see what batshittery would happen.
I mostly agree with you just because Supernatural is still in production, so it feels like you should be able to do it. They have had episodes where they have intervened on sets before, and those times you obviously couldn't work in what's actually going on because it was like, I guess that wasn't even on set. But it involved like intervening with movies and shit because they had to like convince George Lucas he still needed to make Star Wars. And they had to do something with Tolkien in World War I. But anyway, Tolkien at the Somme. So the Guardians of the Galaxy showing up in Thor was going to be the high point, but it was too good of a segue.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But this is also a really good high point, and this is the last little bit of news from the week because there hasn't been much news other than things getting
Everything
canceled.
Is sad. I like how your laugh sounds like a cry because it actually works insanely well for this.
Shout Factory has its own streaming service called Pluto TV.
Oh, I thought they were Crunchyroll. I can't keep up. It's anime.
And they are teaming up with... Oh no, Shout Factory is teaming with Pluto TV to start a new streaming service called Tokushoutsu. And they are basically going to be bringing a lot of streaming options of a lot of the old tokusatsu Japanese live action shows. So that would be Kamen Rider,
Power Rangers is...
Yeah.
Or not Power Rangers, but
Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger, which is more the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
The stuff that they steal for Power Rangers. Ultraman, we talked about a couple weeks ago, is...
Yeah, one of the Ultraman Leo is going to be on there from 74, something like that.
None of us know how to pronounce this, so I am just going to apologize to anyone who speaks any Japanese that listens to this podcast. I'm going to go with Super Sentai because that is another term I have heard for it before. Sentai, not hentai. Do not Google Super Hentai. I don't know what's there, but we all know it's bad. But Sentai is basically the Japanese equivalent of superhero comics. Like, they have more traditional superhero stories, but this is their Marvel and DC in a lot of ways.
Okay.
A lot of this material, there's been no legal way to get your hands on, ever.
Oh.
And some of it is really terrible, but it is so passionately and, not seriously done, but, there's something so weirdly, refreshingly honest that they're aware that
genuine.
This is... Yet genuine's a great term for it, because it's so cheap, and it's so over the top, and it's so clearly men in skin-tight costumes fighting around cardboard buildings, and no one cares. It's great.
I also just really like Shout Factory and all their releases. They do a really good job of acquiring the licenses for a lot of out of print stuff and bringing it back, especially cult properties. And
They have such a weird combo, because I know them primarily as when I used to watch a bunch of anime. Shout Factory was a good place to get shows.
We monitor them all the time on Fried Squirms because they always have amazing horror releases.
Yeah, just the range. I mean, Disney, and this is not entirely accurate anymore since Disney's decided to buy everything under the sun.
Sure.
But when you see Disney, just the word, the name, whatever, you associate it with a certain style of movie. Mostly when I hear the word Disney, I still think fairy tales, but still. Mm-hmm. Shout Factory does not have that. Shout Factory is just well, we had a chance. It was
we bought
there.
this and we think you'll like it.
It's insane. They're okay, cool. Let's.
We're gonna give it a little bit of new packaging, and here you go. No, I really like them. This is pretty exciting. I don't know, if I end up having to subscribe to it, I don't know if I'm going to be as excited.
Yeah.
But if it's a free app that's supported by ads, I'll be on there checking out some of this shit, because I've always kind of wondered about the original versions, so.
I will say, this is the kind of streaming service I can get behind in some ways. Again, I don't know if I would do it, because I'm not big enough into this genre. But a specialized streaming service that will get you all the weird shit that's impossible to get otherwise is so much better than the CBS app, the NBC app, the Disney app, the Netflix. Streaming is literally the only place I've ever seen someone argue that monopoly is a good thing, but fuck, it's so annoying to have 15 services.
You know who I bet's excited about this news? Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, unfucking-doubtedly. I don't know that he watches Sentai. Hey, but I would bet money.
He's too tied into, because
he's too weird not to.
Well, kaiju ties in a lot
that's
to
true.
Sentai. So, anyway, that's all for the news.
All right. Gentlemen, what media have you been ingesting today? Not today, just lately. Yeah. Just today.
Well, Borderlands 3 just came out on Steam, and that's what I've been waiting for.
Did it just? Oh, on Steam.
On Steam, it was released on the Epic Store for 6 months, I think it was, and I get all my stuff through Steam, so I just waited for that, and that was my entire weekend, was playing that in 4-hour stretches with my brother.
Oh, that's great. I miss your brother. We were talking about Borderlands a couple of weeks ago, and I've been kind of thinking about it ever since.
Oh, yeah, because they tapped Eli Roth to do a Borderlands movie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Borderlands movie?
Oh, yeah, God. And then we came up with the idea... listen to the episode. But I've been thinking about this ever since, and fuck, that sounds cool. Just Borderlands. I love Borderlands.
I will go see it twice in the theaters.
I'm sure. It sounds
I'm
so
going
much
at least-
more
I'd
interesting
go
to me
at
than
least
Sonic
once.
the fucking Hedgehog, and apparently that one was pretty good.
I'm already considering going and seeing Bloodshot in the theaters. Fucking Borderlands would be 100 times better.
Oh, fuck, let's watch Bloodshot in the theaters and then review it. That sounds amazing and terrible at the same time.
I heard it's not that bad.
I don't care, it's a Vin Diesel action movie. It's amazing yet terrible at the same time.
That's true. Anything else then?
Let's see. Well, I started rereading The Lord of the Rings. I guess I shouldn't say I started. The Fellowship just got through Moria, just finished Lothlorien. Things are about to just become very bad for everybody, especially Boromir.
This
Spoilers.
has been ongoing for you because you read the Silmarillion recently, I want to
Yes,
say.
yeah, the Silmarillion, followed immediately by The Hobbit, and now I'm on The Lord of the Rings. There's a podcast that I've been listening to alongside this, the Prancing Pony podcast, and they started with, it's basically their fault that I read the Silmarillion at all, because the last time I tried reading it, it was just like, yeah, I can't do this, but the hosts, their style is just perfect for getting through that relatively dense material and getting something out of it. I mean,
That's good, because I like Tolkien. I fucking hate the Silmarillion.
that's valid.
Later on, it does get better. I've never finished it, and I've always been like, I'm starting to enjoy this, but that goddamn opening bit about the Song of Arda?
It's the Song of the Ainur.
Ainur, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
And
my
I'm probably pronouncing that
god.
wrong.
It takes forever.
Yeah. It is infinitely more digestible when you have some people that are about 1,000 times nerdier about it than you are to tell you about everything going on there and what it means in a larger context and just to translate some of the stuff, because Tolkien had good, he's a great writer, but sometimes his stuff's a little.
Apparently it was, and I don't have confirmation of this, I'm not a Tolkien scholar enough, but apparently not the Lord of the Rings, but a lot of the Silmarillion and like the weird shit he wrote, his insane, amazing world building was because he was goofing off at work.
Yes, well, let's see. From the common rumor is that opening line of The Hobbit he was grading papers, and there was one that was blank, and he wrote that line on it.
What's the opening line again? It's
God. I think I'd remember it since I just finished reading it a little while ago, but it's the one about how they lived in a hole, a hobbit.
Oh, okay. See, I just went straight to the first line of Harry Potter, which shows how I was raised. But
I could remember some of the lines after it, but I couldn't remember the very first one. Because I could remember then it goes off into like, it's not a dirty, nasty
not
hole.
a dirty, slimy, nasty hole.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. I'm such a bad nerd.
I'm not going to do it. I almost dropped the first line from Changes, but I won't do that.
Yeah, that's, we'll save that. That is the most spoilerly line in the history of the Dresden Files. Maybe don't open with that one. Anything else, bud?
And then I guess I've also been replaying Final Doom. They have Doom on the Switch now, and
that was actually going to be my first what I've been ingesting because of you, you motherfucker. We're playing the first Doom, so I picked it up last night.
Yes.
Yay.
And I had played it a little. I mean, it came out in 1993. I played it a little bit when I was a kid, and it terrified the piss out of me back then.
I remember my dad playing it, and I had a glass of apple juice when I was little, and I ruined his keyboard because I spilled the apple juice on it right when he was in a boss fight. It was great. I got in trouble.
Yeah. And just the entire time I would while buying it, while downloading it, while playing it, I was like, will you motherfucker? It is so interesting to play because I haven't played a first-person... I mean, I don't play a ton of first-person shooters, but I haven't played one that far back since that far back. Mm-hmm. I've gone back to old PS2 ones. I tried going back to an N64 one and could not. But
what did you try going back to?
GoldenEye.
Oh, good lord.
It's hard.
Unplayable.
Do you want to know how to make it playable?
Yes.
Turn on the big head mode.
No, in the
Also that.
in the controller options, I think there's actually 2 different setups that require you to use 2 controllers, and it more closely simulates modern day control schemes.
That sounds terrible and doable at the same time.
I can't even picture this.
So you would have just like
house. I'm gonna check this out.
It would mostly be like the Z buttons and the damn. That's kind of great, actually. Like, I would end up with like both of them. Like, I'd just be like spread out somehow, being like, "Why did this happen?"
And the only reason I know this is because me and my friends once tried a playthrough where each of us had some of the controls.
Oh Jesus, that sounds terrible.
How did it go?
Not well.
Yes.
We got farther than you would think for like our age and capability at the time, but
I was good at Perfect Dark. Like, not as good as a lot of my friends, but we played a shit ton of Perfect Dark. And then when I first switched to the PS2, let's show our age here. When I first switched to the PS2, I was like, this is bullshit. How does this even work? And then like 2 months later, I tried to go back to the N64 and I'm like, never again.
that was terrible. How did we do this?
But Doom is really interesting because it's even... In some ways, it's almost more advanced than the control system, but in other ways, it's less because it was trying to do less things. Mm-hmm. There's no jumping in it, which is really infuriating, but there's no jumping in it. There's no looking up or down. Yeah. So I don't... You only sort of have to aim. You're like, well, I'm pointed that direction.
You have to be close enough.
It'll get there.
You have to be close enough. When you get to Final Doom, you're going to learn an awful lot about, oh god, they're too far away, I can't target them from here.
I've only played for like an hour.
They can target you, though.
But, like, it is using, at least on the Switch, the 2 joystick move setup. So in some ways, it feels like a very modern move system, and then in other ways, there's so little to it. Mm-hmm. It was fun, though. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. I'm going to probably play more tonight.
Yeah, I have no idea how many hours I've sunk into, like, every
time I've seen you the last, like, few months.
It's my current social crutch. It's great.
You're like, hello, I have come to your house, and now I'm going to sit on your couch and play Doom for a while. I'll be with you in a bit.
Yeah, but like my dad had the Windows 95 shareware versions.
Oh yeah.
So we up until I had to retire my Windows XP computer that was on every computer in the house that we had, and then my sister's Vista computer kind of ate the disc a bit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Shout out to shareware and freeware. I miss those days.
All I had for video games back then was Oregon Trail, and later on the Toy Story, like, point and click, like, storybook DVD, basically. Like, you'd be like, next page, click. They say something dumb, click. Say something related vaguely to the movie, click. You can buy it here. Next page. Oh, God, my poor mother. It was just a soundboard, basically, like a primitive soundboard.
Oh man, I had a couple of the different Apogee shareware discs that were just, oh man, so much Commander Keen, old side-scrolling Duke Nukem.
Oh good God.
Hugo's Mansion.
I want Duke. No, not Duke. I do want Duke Nukem, like old side-scrolling, but I want the Castle Wolfenstein.
Ooh, yeah.
So I can fight Mecha Hitler again. I watched my friend do it. I don't think I ever got the chance as a kid. I want to kill Mecha Hitler.
Yeah, there is a, I don't know if Mecha Hitler is in it, but there is a secret level on, I believe it's on on Final Doom TNT, where you do, and where if you get to the bonus level, you do get to fight the Nazis.
That's amazing. I'm sorry, I interrupted your list of awesome games you had, though.
No, I can't remember too many others. There was I know that there was more on there that I played, but I don't fucking remember what they were. Scorched Earth was fun. My
other What Media Have You Been Ingesting is also a blast from the past, but in a completely different way. Do you remember not Disney, I watched them on Discovery, they were originally BBC, Walking with Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Yes.
We downloaded all of those. Yes. We have Walking with Monsters, which is before the dinosaurs. We have Walking with Dinosaurs, Walking with Beasts, and Walking with Cavemen. And we've been watching through those. And we are into Prehistoric Beasts. So the third one on, like...
that's so good.
Not production order, but on, like, timeline of the Earth. And one, it's interesting to see what holds up and is still pretty good, like CGI and knowledge-wise, because we are now watching a documentary about dinosaurs made 20 years ago.
God, right. It is old, isn't it? Oh,
so what is known is in a lot of cases not known anymore because the nature of just science. And archaeology is sort of like, well, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. That's really fucking cool and I wish it was true, but it's wrong. And then other stuff where I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then Cece, who is really into paleontology, not archaeology, I said that earlier. Sorry, Roar. I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool, but whatever. Or I'd be like, oh, that doesn't make sense. And she's like, oh, no, but listen. And tell me the real shit. And I'm like, okay, so that just came 15 fucking times better. Walking with Prehistoric Beasts, there was one where they're like, this giant ostrich from hell is the top apex predator of its land. And it's got this, like, big fucking beak.
The terror bird?
It's before the terror birds.
Okay.
And I don't remember what it's called. And she's like, no, that's not right at all. And I'm like, what's the answer then? She's like, that bird was a vegetarian. And it was closely related to a duck. And I was like, wait, what? And this, like, fucking ostrich that had the, like, ooze from TMNT 2 dropped on it is eating shit. And she's like, nope, that's a duck.
No.
Like, and it turns out that it was the biggest creature around, and it had a nasty looking beak. And they're like, obviously this was a predator. Look at it. Nothing could have fucking challenged it. But it doesn't have a predator beak. Like, it might have eaten, a duck will eat fucking anything.
Yeah.
But, like, primarily it was going to be more of a plant eater. I'm like, I don't know which version is cooler. Just walk, like, duck big enough you can ride?
Yeah.
Or murder duck big enough that you can ride? Like, I am happy with both of these options.
That's true. That's true.
And honestly, the CGI, it's a little fuzzy, but it's not enough that I care. And you can tell when they use puppet, but I don't care because now there's a giant murder duck head puppet somewhere in the world, and we are better off for it.
Yeah.
Also true. You speak so much truth today, sir.
What not recommendations? I keep doing that. What have you been ingesting, T?
Not a lot this week because it's been fucking crazy and I've just been doing a lot of sleeping.
Yeah, we work at a grocery store. Well, Tyler and I work at a grocery store. You escaped. And so pray for those of us, Tyler, who has to go out on the sales floor.
Oh, God.
I've been mostly able to avoid it, but that's not necessarily a good thing because it's only been because of how crazy our trucks have been.
Hey!
Anyway. So mostly what I've been just watching is just kicking back with a little bit of YouTube when I can fit in some time. And I've been loving the Film Joy channel. Everything having to do with movies with Mikey. It's just a really more positive approach to viewing movies. And he points out a lot of shit that I don't have the time to sit there and think about myself.
This was what we were watching right before we started recording, right? Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I liked it.
And he does a lot of sort of different things. We watched one of the movies with Mikey. We watched one of the Deep Dives, which is one of the newer shows where they look back on terrible things and try to say some good things about them. They don't just sit there and shit on it, which
That's
is
so
great.
Positive.
And I do like the unpositive things too. Like I fucking love Cinema Sins, but like it's the guys like Cinema Wins and like movies with Mikey it's almost harder to do, I think. I
think it's harder to do, and two, I am more willing to let someone be a snarky jackass if they also show that they're capable of like real kindness and that they love the thing that they're a snarky jackass about. Like, and you can make some really biting critiques of stuff and be great, but if you can do both, it's cool.
And like I said, they point out a lot of things that I never necessarily noticed. I think one of the neat ones that I watched lately was their look back on The Matrix. Their look back on The Matrix all these years later, in light of the fact that we now know the creators are transgender.
Yeah, both of the Wachowskis. Really? Matrix is I haven't watched it since I realized this, but there's huge parts of The Matrix that can be just tied to
affirming identity.
Yeah, and, being your true self.
Oh, man, I want to watch it again now.
Yeah, like that movie didn't have enough fucking subtext to it before.
Yeah, it's plus I just like listening to other people talk about movies because I am on a podcast where I talk about movies every week, and I think it helps. So
listening to podcasts is almost more like, especially the conversation style podcast, has become more fun for me since I started doing conversation style podcasts, because I can be like, oh, I liked that. Oh, I should remember that. Or like, ooh, I do not like it when this person does that thing, so I should probably not do the thing.
Yeah.
It adds a new element to it when you can learn.
And one of the deep dives was Ghosts of Mars, and I love that movie. So
I was eyeing that was on the screen. I mean,
it was on when I came in. I've never seen the movie, but I kind of want to now.
Yeah, I saw it a long time ago because movies like that were my dad's jam. My mom didn't care for them so much, so there was a point where I just didn't get to see as many of them. But I remember Ghosts of Mars.
Ice Cube's action star phase and a aborted sequel to Escape from New York in one movie, like, that's amazing.
I wholeheartedly agree.
It's
and
probably
I think
dog shit.
And I'm pretty positive me and Danny have talked about covering it on Fried Squirms within the next year.
Hell yeah.
Also do Bubba Hotep so I can come back because I want to watch Bubba Hotep and I've been saving it. I've been saving it, Tyler.
Absolutely. 100%. We'll do that. But that's all I've really been up to, though. That and like making sure I get my dailies done in For Honor. So
awesome. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll talk about being the goddamn very best. Woo! So a friend of mine had a kid like late teens, so he raised him on the same kind of cartoons that he watched because they started coming out on Netflix, and so he raised him on Pokemon, or him and his wife. And the kid just fucking loved Pokemon at like 2 or 3 and would sing the song, but did not know the lyrics right. So instead of I want to be the very best, it was I want to be your very best friend, like no one was before. And it is the most pure thing that has possibly ever happened in my life the first time I was told this story. Like, Pokemon... It's interesting, I was thinking about this while watching, because in theory, guys, we are reviewing Pokemon the first movie, but it's us.
Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so...
Pokemon, the first movie,
We'll get there. It is by far the most childish and silliest thing that we've reviewed on this yet. Like, we've reviewed some funny stuff, we've reviewed video games, we've reviewed Nintendo even. But, like, this is the most... I say childish, but not as a bad thing, of any of the stuff we've done yet. So it's kind of different.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. A different tone.
What year did this movie come out? Like, I know you wrote down fucking everything for dates.
The first movie came out November 1999.
I was 11. This was the shit. I guess that's a good place to start. Where were you? What was your first experience with Pokemon? Because we're all late 20s, early 30s range. Yeah. Mid to mid at least. So Pokemon was, I mean, it was childhood defining in a lot of cases.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Will, you're our guest. Where did you...
So, I spent, I don't know, probably 3 hours last night trying to dive back into my memory to see what I could pull up for this. And the earliest, like, here's an actual memory rather than something I probably slapped together from generalities was the first Pokemon movie. I can vaguely remember what the movie theater looked like. Surprisingly, I do not remember much of the movie itself.
How old were you when it came out? I don't remember how much older I am than you.
Yeah, let's see here. That would have been...
In 1997?
I would have been 7.
Okay.
And I got a year on you, so...
So yeah,
I was 12.
We were middle school. You were grade school.
I was baby, and
but this would have been the shit when I was 7.
Yeah, I mean, as I recall, it was with a bunch of my friends. Maybe it was someone's birthday, maybe not. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure we were all losing it the entire time. But the best bit that I can recall from this first viewing is my younger brother, who's 2 years younger than me, had also gone along, and my mom had gone with us, and we get in the car.
Jackal was 5. Jesus.
Yeah. And we get into the car to go home afterwards, and me and my brother immediately start fighting. And my mom tries to didn't you guys watch the movie? Didn't you see the message about not fighting? We just kept on fighting.
I was going to save this for the big climatic part, but let's get it out there. This was the most bizarre franchise to choose for your peace and non-violence message.
Right.
Fighting is we shouldn't make Pokemon fight. And they're like, bitch, have you ever... Brock, it's literally your job!
When I was watching through the movie in preparation for this, that was... my roommate and I were harping on that, I swear, the entire time.
This is cockfighting as a system of government. That's how I describe Pokemon.
My jaw dropped at that last part because I was like, what are you guys fucking saying? This is all you do. All you do is make Pokemon fight.
Okay, Tyler, I know you play Pokemon Go. Other than that, what's your experience with the franchise here?
Okay, so this came out 99. I said I was 12, and this came out. That would have put me at 9 years old in 96 when Red and Blue first dropped. And
98. 96 was Red and Green over in Japan.
Oh, okay. 98. Yeah. Either way.
Still, you were 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, I was right in that. So, and I still have super vivid memories of all of the crazy Pokemania from that time.
I could name every Pokemon in order back then. That's disgusting.
I don't think I was quite able to do that. But I didn't get Red or Blue, but I played them both because it was one of those games that you'd go over to your friend's house and 98, I don't know, Ocarina came out, or Super Mario 64. That's only one player. So one of you would play that while the other one had the Game Boy.
Oh, that's so much better. My neighbor was just an asshole and made me watch. I shouldn't be mean to a 7-year-old kid, but, he did not understand sharing.
And so, yeah, or, and it was something you could easily just pass off for a little bit so somebody else could wander around in the grass for a little bit. And so I played a bit of Red and Blue before anything. My first one I ever owned was Yellow. I remember the weekend it came out, making my mom go all around this town trying to find a copy. It had sold out everywhere we checked, except there was 2 copies left at Target when we got there.
I have a similar experience. My parents wanted to. My parents, they wanted to get me Yellow version, but because it was sold out everywhere, the consolation prize I was given was some Super Mario game, which, I'd be happy.
In retrospect, it was probably a great game.
It was a fantastic game, but awesome. To get that instead of Yellow, oh boy!
Are you fucking kidding me?
And actually.
Oh, fuck, you
Holy
even have
shit.
it in the... You have the old brick.
So I don't have any batteries in this right now, but I have my original brick Game Boy.
Children, in the infamously visual media of podcasting, Tyler has brought out his fucking old gray brick purple keys Game Boy.
It's huge.
I am 5 and blindingly jealous of one of my friends again. Holy shit.
And that is my original Yellow. It has my team on there that sucks balls. I don't remember what it consists of, but I do remember when I refound this a few years ago, I threw some batteries in and I loaded it up and everything's still working and saved. Yeah. And I was like, what am I... How did I know how to play this game?
I don't have my original team anymore. Actually, my Game Boy got stolen a couple years back. But I had it till I was 26, and then all my video games got stolen because I was not taking very good care of them. Let's be honest here. But my sister saved over my first team, and I loaded it up, and all my characters were at No, I hadn't hit 100 on all of them yet, but we were getting up there. And I loaded it up, and there was only 3 hours instead of the 150 hours or whatever obscene amount of time my childhood brain spent on this. And I'm like, well, that's weird. Load it up, and there's one Pokemon in my group, and I'm like, what? I don't own a level 4, but oh, son of a bitch. The only consolation. She also picked Bulbasaur. She had good taste.
Oh, thank God for that.
So I went and saw this movie, its opening weekend in Superior. which would have been like a month and a half past its actual release date. So it was like dead of winter. I definitely remember going. I'm pretty sure I remember where I sat in the theater. I had a friend who had went to a Nintendo of America event and had a legitimate Mew.
Oh boy.
So I was super jealous.
I spent like 3 days trying to use strength on that, like
Stupid truck.
yeah, because the legend back in the day was like if you use strength 100 times exactly or something like that, you will on this truck Mew will appear. It was a lie. It was a damn dirty lie. But I spent 3 days being like, start down down down, Pokemon down down down. So-and-so, strength. So-and-so, use strength. So-and-so, use strength. Movement. Okay, that was 1. Start, down, down, down. Like,
God.
whoever did that is a monster.
It's fun. Yeah, pretty much.
Not to distract from this, but...
And then, I don't know, my interest kind of waned with each subsequent generation that came out, for the most part. I did in my early 20s end up dating this girl who was a giant Pokemon fan, who was tied more into the card game side, with one of our big fights coming from at a time when we were both only guaranteed 20 hours a week at our respective works. She decided to spend some of our rent money on 4 foily Charizards.
Oh boy.
From eBay.
That's worse than some of the
boy.
dumb comic decisions I've spent when I needed to spend... My early 20s
She got a
was
good
not
deal.
a good point.
She did get a good deal. We really could have probably used that money in a lot better ways. Anyway.
Oh, I can't judge. I was such a terrible 20-year-old.
And then I've mentioned it before, but then when Pokemon Go came around, like, it kind of reinvigorated my interest in at least, like, keeping up mentally with the franchise. Like, I don't really play the games other than Go anymore, but I like looking through, like, all the different generations and the different I love the Pokemon styles and the Pokemons.
Pokemon Go gave me an appreciation for the generations of the games that I didn't play. Because, like, whatever, Gen 3, Gen 4, when I was like, I'm too cool for Pokemon, I'm 16. Shut up, kid. Just forever, shut up, young me. And then getting to see them in Pokemon Go and be like, that's fucking awesome.
Right?
What?
Some of them are
some
fucking
of them are
baller.
super dumb. Let's not lie.
Yeah.
This is a genre where Mr. Mime exists.
That's the thing. They've always had super dumb ones. Like, even the generations where I'm like, these are mostly super dumb, there's always some that are good.
Alright, I got it.
We cannot talk about Pokemon without confronting the worst Pokemon to ever exist,
Jinx?
Jinx. The
Oh,
racist
boy.
elephant in the corner. And I get it. I don't think that Japan necessarily would get some of the American subtext that I think they tapped into with, like, we've seen this before. And I don't know, maybe racism is a major problem in Japan. I've not lived there, but I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And everyone's like, that's blackface, that's not okay. And they were like, okay, we'll fix it. And they turned her purple, and we were like, you tried.
Yeah,
You tried so hard.
the episode of the anime that was supposed to feature Jinx is
That never came out, I want to say.
I don't think they even play it in Japan, if I recall correctly.
And Japan even plays the one where a guy pulls a gun on Ash.
They're all for they're all for that. Though the Pikachu and Pichu short is permanently banned in Japan because the narrator for the Japanese version was caught with drugs and was convicted, and I guess part of how you punish that is
You take away his work?
yeah.
That's kind of brilliant. That's fucked,
Yeah,
but it's kind of brilliant at the same time.
My roommate and I had a whole discussion about, like, okay, but at what point does it stop? Does this work stop belonging to them and need, like, the fans should own this now? We can hate this guy independently, but that's a different talk, probably.
We have talked so much about doing an episode on this of art versus the artist, and your fave is problematic, but I'm terrified to do it because I am a straight white guy, and I just live in the privilege of the fantasy genre. Like, any kind of nerd genre, I don't want to fuck it up, is really
Yeah.
the...
Yeah.
It's
No,
an
solid.
easy I still really want to do it too. Especially just because it's something I've had to think about so much. Because I'm brown. Some of my favorite creators are really racist.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Pokemon. Childish fun and innocence about cockfighting. God, I mean, we've talked about it before on the show. I also play Pokemon Go. Me and my fiance have a weekly date where we play Pokemon Go together every week while we have brunch. We haven't done it lately, but just we're getting married in a couple months. Life is insane right now, guys. I don't. For all of you who are going to get married,
don't do it during a pandemic.
Yes, actually, yes. You killed Will. Congratulations. He drowned in his water there. Shut up. So Pokemon Go is a huge thing for us. We played together on the same phone for a while because hers can play it, and then we split, and she's much better at it than I am. But it's a thing that we do together all the time. We picked up Pokemon Shield. Sword, one of them.
The newest ones.
Yeah. We had both played Sun and Moon before that. We really enjoyed both of them, but really, before the last 5 years, my history with Pokemon was as a kid, obviously. And Pokemon Blue version was the first video game of my own that I ever owned. It's the first video game I ever bought. It was on a lime green Game Boy that I can, feel in my hands if I close my eyes and think about it. It was my childhood personified. I bought the card game. I never learned how to play the card game, but I bought a lot of those cards and then promptly lost them. I apologize, Father. You were correct. Only on Pokemon cards. He was like, I'm not going to buy comic books and Star Wars toys. You're going to grow out of those. And I was playing with my Boba Fett action figure within the last 3 months.
There was an exclusive Pikachu tied to the release of this movie, right? Because I'm pretty sure I had it.
I don't know. They had the Mew giveaway card with
Mew card.
I might be wrong. It might have been tied to something else. There was a lot of shit involving Pokemon at the time.
Yeah,
so.
I know you could get the Pikachu with Surf off of not Coliseum, Stadium, if you won on that or whatever the heck.
Yeah, Pokemon was my childhood. Fucking Pokemon Stadium, I spent so much time on those. Really bad.
Run, Rattata, run.
They're not fun minigames, and I spent days on them.
Dude, the amount of time I spent setting up the perfect shots on Snap.
Fucking Pokemon Snap, Jesus Christ.
Dude, I had some insane shots on Snap.
But I mean, even when I was I'm too cool for Pokemon, Pokemon was always kind of there in the background on some level. If nothing else, Snorlax is the most relatable creature in the history of existence. It's interesting, when I talk to people about what episode we were going to do today, every person was like, I remember going to that movie. And when all three of us talked, I mean, I didn't go see it in theaters, but I remember the first time I watched it. And that opening... that opening's just fucking baller as fuck.
I cry.
So, but just before we get to that, the actual cool fucking opening, they showed Gen 2 Pokemon in the, opening credits. They showed it was Donphan and,
Snubble. We're talking about the Pikachu short, right?
Oh, the Pikachu short had Snubble, and then, the opening credits had Donphan. Gen 2 hadn't come out yet when we watched this. We're used to new generations, but holy fuck.
That was a revelation. Mm-hmm. That was a revelation.
It was all my grade school could talk about.
Yeah.
It was it.
Everything changed when that happened.
That's really... So, that was a big event and shit, but my own experience, my own grade school, what they couldn't stop talking about, and what my note was from that opening scene was just all of the super baller shots of Mewtwo.
Oh yeah, no, that was just, I was thinking of Ash's fight and stuff.
Oh yeah,
the opening bit before that of Mewtwo.
Oh my god,
that's cool.
That's what my school was stuck on. We were just like, dude, Mewtwo, what?
Yeah,
armored Mewtwo. What?
I am 31, balding, and with back problems. I am not a child anymore, and I was still just like, holy shit, this is cool.
Okay, but do either of you remember when, I still remember making the connection between the couple episodes of the anime that tied into the part where Mewtwo is
they showed, Mewtwo a couple
realizing,
times.
holy, wait a minute, these are connected? Oh my god, and...
I never watched enough of it. I've seen it, but
they had, leading up to this movie, a couple of scenes that you actually see bits of in the movie, but from a different perspective. Like
Ash sees that laboratory get that Giovanni's storing Mewtwo at get vaporized and sees the beam of light in the sky. You Gary gets his ass kicked by Mewtwo.
But you don't really see the fight. You just see, like, it lift up, and there's a Pokemon in armor, and it's, now we know it's Mewtwo, but back then we were like,
what is that?
Is that Mew? We haven't...
What is that?
It was kind of like what the Marvel crossover movies are for us today, except this is not really pre-internet, but it was dial-up internet, so a very different world. So we didn't have this, like, interconnected in the same way. Or at least we weren't used to seeing.
From those opening bits, too, I just really appreciated how fucking goofy but ridiculously cute the Mew glyph is.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
I was like, almost willing to get that as a tattoo.
I loved that card.
I could get that as a tattoo.
He's already got the Space Wolves, and what else? Is it just Space Wolves for you?
Just the Space Wolves for now, but
Space Wolves, okay.
I have plans. I just need to remember them.
I
when
have
I have
Princess
plenty.
Leia on my leg. Like, there's.
Then I got Sandman.
Yeah, surprise, surprise, we're nerds. Okay, so I do have to say, having watched this movie, I've watched this movie off and on ever since it came out, but for the last, 10 years or so, if I was watching it, I was probably drunk. Like, about once a year, I'll get drunk and be like, Pokemon, the first movie, sounds like a great idea right now. This is the first time I've watched it sober in a long time. This movie makes no fucking sense.
I think it would make more sense if it didn't just fly.
It is the most... Well, it's only 90 minutes long. Or ish.
It's shorter.
80 something?
80-ish.
Jesus Christ.
If you take out the credits, I think right around 80. It fucking books it. 10 minutes into the movie, Mewtwo has already had a giant existential crisis and has already made plans with a guy, had a training montage, and just been betrayed and ditched him and gone his own way. And that probably all could have been a movie itself.
When it came out, these days that would have been part one of a quadrilogy that never got finished.
Yeah. Especially because Mew's situation is really deep and tragic and gets touched on in sci-fi a lot when clones learn their clones and shit.
My sister would have been 15, maybe 16 when this movie came out. And she definitely was, when Pokemon first started, had the of the age of we're too cool for Pokemon. And she kind of enjoyed it because she played some of of my game, but one of her friends was like, I don't want to watch fucking Pokemon, what's wrong with you? And then 10 minutes in was like, holy fuck this.
I can only think of one other cartoon that flies as fast, and it's the Transformers the movie.
That movie does not stop at all. But it's longer. And Eric Idle is in it. Anyways.
And a Weird Al soundtrack.
Oh my god. Different thing. Mewtwo shows up out of fucking nowhere after this. They're like, we have no idea how long it is really in between because time doesn't exist in the world of Pokemon. But at least in the world of the Pokemon cartoon.
I was gonna say, if we looked at the episodes, we might be able to make an educated guess. But
really quickly, Mewtwo pops up, creates this amazing island, kidnaps Nurse Joy.
Yeah, he Dr. Manhattan's the fuck out of it.
Holy shit, Mewtwo is a master strategist for a guy who does not have that complicated of a plan.
So,
look, all 2-year-olds are master strategists, okay?
And I'm going to make it bounce around again, though, just
Please,
to the end of that first Ash Pokemon battle.
Yeah.
Where we were talking about with Dawn Pen and shit. We're still right in that area.
Yeah.
So, at the end of it, that's kind of a dick move, right? For the guy to suddenly just pull out 3 and be...
that guy was a fucking tool.
I was sitting there what? That's not cool.
Well, and also, consider that's that guy. It's hard to tell.
That's the equivalent of pulling out a gun because you're pissed you're losing, right?
2 things I noticed from that. One, that guy, they pretty much just recolored that specific guy and made him the Team Aqua grunt.
I was gonna say, like, that's Team Aqua before Team Aqua is cool.
I looked it up. They, like, flipped the design on his head, on, like, his bandana, and changed the color scheme to blue and white instead of
brown.
every color he could think of. And we're like, well, that's the new Team Rocket grunt. Like, I'm not sure if that's amazing or if it was, like, the laziest development. And then, two, how the fuck did Pikachu electrocute a ground type? Even when I was a kid, I was like, no!
Well, I was more wondering how the closed captioning found out his name was Raymond myself, but
I love closed captioning. Oh my god. I've
I
not
was
watched it with
like,
closed captioning.
didn't this guy just
run?
run up and challenge him to a battle? How is he Raymond?
Also, Raymond knows Ash's name.
Yeah, I was just, how the fuck did...
Like,
Yo, Ash!
this is some adult that's, like, hunting down a kid because he thinks he's gonna take it out easy.
Reading the story of Raymond now, as he attempts to, like, most dangerous game 10-year-olds, like... How is this not a blockbuster, like, Netflix series? Oh my god!
Also, I mean, Raymond being that big of a tool, it's obvious that his Pokemon just suck. That's how Pikachu pulled it off.
So, we tragically leave behind the main character of this anime, Raymond, and continue to follow the moron kid for a while, who's, like, invited to this amazing thing, and a guy who has a fucking Dragonite as a mailman, which, again, that's, like, Miyazaki-level whimsy.
Don't forget the Pharaohs with the, with the fucking spy cams.
Okay, that's not whimsy. That's a horror show.
Or both.
Or both. It's a whimsical horror show.
Horrifical whimsy.
God, it's Tim Burton.
The Dragonite thing stands out to me all the time because I'm like,
that is a super powerful mailman.
I'm like, I'm not fucking with that mailman.
It's a mailman, so watch out.
But then I started thinking about it more, and I'm like, the Pokemon world, I wouldn't want to live in the Pokemon world.
I 100% want to live in the Pokemon world.
That shit scares me.
I've had real dreams about this.
Well, okay, I'm gonna
can
give you,
command the power of armies.
Well, I was gonna say, here's the thing. So Blastoise, the Pokédex says that it can blast with its Hydro Pumps can blast through. I forget the number, but it's like multiple inches of like steel plate.
Yeah.
So a Blastoise can take down an Abrams battle tank, which means Pokemon we were probably doing our everyone fight thing, and then Pokemon was just like, nah, you knock that off now, and we just like, okay.
Yeah, I know there's this big fan theory that there was like a huge Pokemon war, but I kind of feel like the gym system exists, and let's go into weird, dark Pokemon fan theories now, apparently, but like the gym system exists.
We don't have to get into fan theories for it to go dark. Some of the Pokemon are dark anyway, but
to stop wars, because they're like, this is too fucking crazy. That fucking 10-year-old just took out a platoon of people. Like, we can't keep this up.
I mean, we have Lieutenant Surge, like...
Yeah, we know there's some kind of Pokemon
Lightning
military.
American. America is canon. That's big time.
Vikings mostly live in Minnesota.
I made a note to bring that up at some point in this.
That was the part where I was like, what the fuck? Why is them being dressed up as Vikings working?
I lose my... I think that is my favorite just bit in the entire movie. Because it's just...
We need to make sure they get out there so that we can spy on them while they're out there. So we're going to give them a ride, but our disguise is we're going to be a Viking.
To be a Viking? Aw. Sounds like every one of my family members.
Yep. And that works.
On those same things. Oh, yeah. Like, Ash is the dumbest kid of all time.
Well, yeah, no. His entire...
Well, they're partly only sorry.
Constitution is his primary score. We know his wisdom is like 2.
Yeah.
But his Constitution is like... He's got a Constitution
the man's
of like
got
20.
grit.
Well, and beyond the invitation and that wanting Ash to get out there, the way the invitation is delivered, they're going out there partially because of the power of Brock's boner.
Yeah, absolutely. The two major thoughts I had during this. One, they're like, only the Pokemon masters whose Pokemon can get them out here make you worthy of, like, this trial. And I'm like, clearly Ash is not worthy. Why are you letting him do this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only reason he gets there is I mean, I guess his Pokemon do get him there, but only after he almost drowns. Because he's a dumbass.
Gets 2 of his friends killed in the process.
And it was really mostly Misty, let's be honest here, that saved them, because Misty saved
Brock.
everything.
Yeah.
Like, almost anytime something goes wrong, Misty's like, fine, you dumbass kid.
Brock's just like, man, Nurse Joy looks hot when she's dressed up like Zoot from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Okay, but that was another question I had. Like, is that just an outfit that's easily acquired, or did Mewtwo just be like, hey, you know what? I need a designer. This
Look,
lady
if there's anything we learned from this movie, it's that Mewtwo is a fancy bitch. So, the other random weird anime lady that pops up in a bad Russian accent and gives a prophecy that is never mentioned again. It has nothing to do with this story. It just gave them an excuse to play, like, inspiring music while they went across, like, idiots in the middle of a typhoon.
I also like how the police try to stop the people that are clearly at least, 18-ish, maybe adultish, and then 10-year-olds, leave them. They got this.
Also, why did Jenny, let the random prophecy lady start talking there? That would be like, well, there's been a triple homicide that we're investigating, and, some dude with a boot on his head popping up and being like, this alley's been haunted for years.
Are you telling me Vermin Supreme?
Yes! It's like if Vermin Supreme popped up in the middle of a murder investigation and started spouting prophecy.
Okay, to be fair, if he popped up...
I would watch that, but it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I think, that's the only evidence that matters.
They fucking make it to the weird emo Tower of Power. It looks great. It's awesome.
It's cool.
It's aesthetic.
I'm pretty sure this movie and that tower specifically just, affected the entire, 2003 emo scene.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Because the kids that were preteens when that came out were suddenly teenagers and living that life.
Oh my god. Mew.
Mew's adorable. Mew is the definition of chaotic neutral in this.
Mew riding the...
Oh, that's such a good pure scene.
He never attacks. He's never there to, fuck with anybody. He's just like, hi, guys!
Can we also talk about how apparently interpretive dance is a major component of how Mew communicates?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Meowth is an expert in translating this.
Meowth, I think, is just like the C-3PO.
I used that exact same... It's just... You ruined a perfectly good cat, is what you did with cat. It has anxiety.
Oh, Jesus.
And the one brain cell 90% of the time.
Mew is amazing. It's adorable. Anytime this movie is getting a little too, try-hardy grimdark, Mew pops up. It's actually a really clever way of, calming down the pacing.
Yeah. It's very well executed comedic relief.
And Mew following Team Rocket leads to the great fucking... Who's that Pokemon?
God!
They're like, it's Alakazam, and they're like, that's clearly a Scyther.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
Yeah,
oh my god. I was like, no, it's not.
I still haven't decided whether was the voice actors not knowing what they were talking about, or if it's in character, they have no idea what they're talking about.
That's kind of better.
I can't make that call.
It's not the only one, and because I was that asshole, every time they got it wrong somewhere, they call a Pidgeot or a Pidgeot Pidgeotto, and I'm like, no, that's a Pidgeot. If you look at the size, it's clearly got too long of a credit. I'm like, shut up, kid. Even before that, Mewtwo's like, we are going to now have a big old Pokemon battle, if that sounds good. There's some refreshments over here. Let them hang out in this nice pool to set up. Now I'm going to kidnap and murder all of you. Does that sound great? Great! Let's have a Pokemon battle. I'll prove I'm the greatest Pokemon master of all the time, and I'll win because you clearly have no idea how type advantage works.
Also, I'm going to use your Rhyhorn to destroy all the refreshments.
I was like, why is Homeboy, who's almost only rocking water types, even trying?
But seriously, they're like, I know who will beat this Blastoise. Another Blastoise with worse stats.
And that's
Shut
the other
fuck
thing.
up.
I'm like, And the other thing, I was like, yeah, isn't Mewtwo trying to prove both that he's a better Pokemon and a better Pokemon trainer, and he's just throwing out all these mirror matchups?
Great, you're an asshole. Congratulations. There's a Venusaur right there. Solar beam that Blastoise into the sun.
Pretty much.
I can't show Solar Beam twice. Bulbasaur already stole that.
And they were like, no, they're trying to prove they're the better version. I'm like, I don't care. Bad strategy.
After he starts all the kidnapping and shit, I was actually like, catch up to Pikachu Ash, catch up to Pikachu Ash.
Yeah, like,
oh my god.
I do not like how much this movie made me feel for Pikachu and Ash.
Those stairs are an OSHA violation.
Oh god, there's so many OSHA violations. It's it's worse than the Death Star.
Do you think Mewtwo's gonna? Do you think he'll implement OSHA in his new world order?
Oh, he wouldn't need to. They're too powerful. But like, I did have a moment. He's like, "All right, Ash has a good call. Like, return them to the Pokeball." So you get, they took the Pokeball, and then Ash doesn't care again after that. He's like, "Well, they're gone. Oh shit, Pikachu!" And like obsessively, even after they get Pikachu, he's like, "I'm gonna dive into the murder machine for you." But like his other Pokemon, he's like, "That's a bummer." Do the other does Squirtle have a complex over this?
Maybe.
Today on Dark Pokemon Fan Theories.
Let's be absolute.
Did we just figure out everything about Charizard's character?
Oh Jesus!
Let's be real.
Phase, Dad.
If you're one of Ash's Pokemon, you know who the favorite is.
Oh yeah.
There's never been any hiding this. You're all next down in line.
I love you too, baby.
They're all still 100% ride or die for him, though. I mean, fuck it.
But push comes to shove, what you signed up for. And what you signed up for is he's getting saved first.
Later Pokemon, I get it. The ones that are joining in season 45 or whatever they're at, I'm like, okay, those two have been working together since 1998. But Bulbasaur was number 4?
Okay, but to be fair, I think Bulbasaur makes it very clear with his character that, we're friends, I will die for you. I mean, for God's sakes, there's an entire episode during the Johto series where there was a moment that strongly suggests he just straight up did just get killed, saving, an Oddish or something at Oak's lab.
That show is fucked up.
Except, it all works out. It just turns out he knows Dig and dove into the mud at last second.
Okay.
As you do.
He also knows, Whirlwind.
And Solar Beam and Razor Leaf and Vine Whip and
Gym. So it's bullshit.
Through the scenes with Team Rocket, I realized that this movie really likes to reiterate all of its exposition so that you know exactly where Mewtwo came from.
As many... In 80 minutes, I think they still tell the story 4 times.
They're clones.
But then Ash rushing by them and I don't have time for your dumb motto today.
Oh my god.
I think is a life lesson. I don't have time for your dumb motto today is straight on #mood.
Have you ever read the thing that talks about how James, despite the fact that he's a member of the Pokemon Mafia, is one of the most pure-hearted Pokemon trainers? He'll try and steal Pikachu like nobody's business, but the only time he takes a Pokemon on for himself, he's like, "Would you like to join me? Would that be fun for you? Let's do this. We'll be buddies."
I mean,
they're terrible villains.
Well, I think that's the best part is they are so awful at it, but then, we'll try again tomorrow.
Apparently, in one season later on, and it never came to America, they had a subplot where they were actually effective. They were being real villains, and Giovanni was planning something, and they put him in black costumes for that. And I'm like, how would that even work?
I can't even picture this.
Right?
I'm gonna have to do some Googling.
I don't think they ever finished it. I think they were like, "Oh God, we wrote ourselves into a corner here." Well, they're goofy again.
They're also the only characters capable of they're the only ones they're the ones most capable of breaking the fourth wall and giving no shits about it too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I watched watching the first one, I watched the second movie immediately afterwards because I have the first 3 movies in a DVD set. And that end, they very specifically make a point about how, like, well, if we're not the good guys, then there won't be more movies.
They also, I think it's worth mentioning, and we didn't hear, they stopped a charging Dragonite with a frying pan. That is some Hulk Hogan bullshit right there, and I am terrified of Jesse now.
That's also one of the highest quality frying pans on the planet.
Yes. Buy
True.
from whatever Acme bullshit.
Yeah, opposite of
pan
Acme,
company,
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
My great-grandpappy used this
Eekma.
on the Oregon Trail. You can still taste the color on it.
Jesus. But back in the movie world,
Clones get released, but the originals get released.
that scene where the fucking, like, it's basically cool guys walk away from explosions, but cool guys walk out of, like, the dust.
Oh yeah, big damn heroes.
It's so, but it was so, I bought it completely, especially as a kid. Like, by this point, I have left any, like, thought of logic or storytelling behind, and am just here for the ride that is Pokemon the first movie. And I'm just like, yeah, buddy, you won't let him.
See, and I want to make an argument. That's for how ridiculous this movie is, it does such a good job of being, like, internally consistent. Like, you're just, you sit there and point these things out, but then, like, if there's a point where it's just like, I'm in. I'm in this. I'm 100% on board with this, and then it's only afterwards like, wait a minute.
Well, that whole fight kind of is a weird roller coaster like that, because it is kind of almost goofy at first, especially once you realize that they're all just sort of
Slap
butting
fighting.
heads and slap fighting.
That Psyduck fight is the most tragic thing I've ever seen in my life.
But
That's
then,
the bit that makes me cry.
Well, and you have all these mirror matchups going on, and it's
The Vaporeons
legit
are-
kind of goofy when you're sitting there watching it. But then you
Vaporeons
have
just
the
play.
Pikachu that won't fight back.
And it just,
Meanwhile,
like,
his trainer's just like, I'm gonna punch you.
the use of the music is really, like, well done. It is a very emotionally well done scene. I enjoy everything about this movie, but it's like trying to watch it a little bit critically. I was like, this movie makes no sense whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
I just like, I can't quite get away from it.
Do Pokemon Tears as a resurrection ever come back?
I don't think so.
Again, they were like, well, it's time to finish this. We're at 75 minutes. But they do a really good job of, like, making it kind of sad and uncomfortable that the Pokemon are fighting like this. And then they have their weird anti-violence message that on, like, literally anything else would have worked.
Once again, don't you want us to keep enjoying the Pokemon property? Because all it is making them fight each other.
And there's
And
that...
capturing them. And you have Mewtwo multiple times being like, this is slavery.
And then they ruin this entire beautiful, amazing moment. And I know we've already talked about this, but by having that fucking brother, my brother. Like, oh my god, I just get mad thinking about it.
90s were wild.
Did you
it's-
ever, they released, it's the second Pokemon movie, but they released a soundtrack to it. And they have, like, a love song from Misty to Ash in it, and it is, like, the most uncomfortable thing I've ever heard in my life.
See, I'm very aware of this because I didn't...
Because you fall asleep to it.
Your
I
eyes
did-
just got really wide there, Tyler.
I did not stop the credits when the second movie ended on our mini marathon, and you mentioned Weird Al earlier, and the Weird Al, a truncated version of the Weird Al Pokemon song is in the credits of the second movie.
Okay, this is not just Pokemon, but this made me think of, I'm curious, what is the worst end credits song you can think of? It doesn't have to be for Pokemon, but just, like, what weird fucking out of nowhere song is, like, the worst? I'm gonna go with Dune, because it just launches into this, like, 80s soft power ballad right in the, like, awesome fucking ending with 80s guitar, and then just like, ba ba ba, pictures of the ocean.
I don't know. Nothing's really jumping out at me. I know what my favorite is, but I
what's
can't
that?
think
Okay,
of a
that's-
bad one. My favorite's from horror comedy called Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
You've mentioned it.
and the end credits, Psycho Killer by the Talking Heads.
See, that's awesome. That's
amazing.
Like, the only thing that's coming to my mind is the ending soundtrack for freaking Titan AE. Oh, or is it OE? It's AE, right?
AE, yeah.
Yeah, just really every song in that, but just the whole end credits for that is all that's coming to my mind.
I mean, otherwise I'd say maybe like whatever the end song is, like every other season of Bleach.
Gundam Wing, the second one, where randomly the end credits is Relina hanging out with a lion. Lions have nothing to do with that anime. But Pokemon.
Right.
Mew continues to bounce. Meowth does a bunch of exposition here.
I kind of hinted at it already, but Ash gets fucked up and gets resurrected.
He gets turned into stone by getting fucking shadow balled.
That's his one. That's that's the Constitution save that he fails. He passes all the rest of them.
It does really drive home Tyler's point about how fucking terrifying the Pokemon world would be. Detective Pikachu actually did a pretty good job of, like, depicting that.
Still haven't watched it.
It's not a good movie, but it's a great movie.
I mean, I cry fairly easily when it's Pokemon-related stuff. But
you cry fairly easily.
I mean,
so do I. I cried twice at this movie, let's be honest here.
I mean, Detective Pikachu, though, like, a Pokemon game, I don't remember what fucking, it was a bird, is on screen, I immediately was like, I was already losing it, and I just proceeded to lose it for the rest of the movie.
It's kind of how I felt about Pokemon Go when it came out. I'm like, literally, this is everything I prayed for as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember from when I was young and watching this movie, I didn't care then. Rewatching it this morning, I'm like, did that asshole Mewtwo really just neuralize them at the end? Like, this basically just didn't...
Just look at the little red light for me, please, and...
take some of these forget-me-nows.
Misty is disturbingly blasé about, like, why are we here? It's just like, I guess we are.
Cool. This is what happens.
Misty,
Ash, you're always getting us into shit.
I mean,
Ash.
Get your shit right, young lady.
I was going to say, her life is chasing down this 10-year-old for destroying my bike. That is
the
her
episode
life at
where
that
Misty
point.
leaves. Like, I had stopped watching by that point.
Oh, boy.
But I tracked it down, and I was...
Oh, boy.
It is a weirdly emotional thing. Brock left, and I was like, that's too bad. I like him, but, like, that's too bad. Misty, I'm just like, this is unacceptable. But before that, the Ash gets turned into stone. The power of Pokemon Tears brings him back to life, as we previously mentioned. Somehow this teaches Mewtwo a big enough life lesson that he completely changes every aspect of his personality and gets over all of his why am I here PTSD in the space of I can't snap my fingers, so just like that.
Now, to be fair, his PTSD absolutely is rearing its ugly head in the next... I don't want to say movie because I don't think it was in.
No, it's like 8 movies later that he comes back.
Is it really fucking 8 movies later?
I
don't think so. I think it was because I want to say there's only as far as Johto species hosted.
Either way, it's still
it's
movie 6 or 7. Like you have all of these written down.
Well, not that one because it wasn't listed as an official movie. So I don't have it written down, and it was pissing me off last night, but apparently I was too tired to fix it.
His list here is truly impressive. Before we started, he's like, "I think I should look up for this." I'm like, "Oh, let me know when the first Pokemon game came out." And he's like, "I have listed every Pokemon game."
So, well, it's okay. Now,
my podcast,
to
you're
be
researching
fair,
more than me.
It is not every game, but it is all the main games and then every side game that I had played at some point.
Yeah, that's
and
like
then
16
and then
games.
Most of the, I mean, there is a lot of games here. Yes, I will fucking die for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 10 times over.
Every time Facebook's been showing me that trailer for the remake of it, I'm just like, oh, super happy out of nowhere.
As soon as I can fucking afford that, I'm buying it.
Awesome.
I've never played any of the Mystery Dungeons.
That's why Bulbasaur is my guy, is because of that game. I highly recommend it. You're not stuck on you take the personality quiz on this remake, and you're not stuck with the end result. You can be like, well, no, I want to be this
I
instead.
don't want to fucking do that. Yeah.
And, which, if you fucking end up with Machop, is really the smart thing to do. Goddamn Machop. Oh boy. But no, that game fucked me up when I was in middle school.
I suppose the mentioning of Bulbasaur like that brings up favorite Pokemons?
I mean, I've answered this 4 times.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Bulbasaur.
I have a top 3, to be honest.
Okay.
Bulbasaur, because, again, he's my boy,
yeah.
he's my starter. I always pick the grass starter. Bulbasaur is the first of them. Like, he was the first Pokemon I ever got. Snorlax, because 1, he hits like a tank, and 2, as I said, he is the most relatable Pokemon I have ever seen. He's a big dude who's not very fast that hits like a tank. That's kind of what I do, son.
Yep, that's true.
And then 3, Raticate, who I am like the only person who likes Raticate, but I will stand by Hyperfang until the day I die.
Yeah.
He is a glass cannon of a Pokemon, but he hits like a truck and he's fast.
Yeah,
I am like using Raticate in some of those early games. You can just one-shot gym leaders.
I mean, nothing's gonna go faster than Raticate, if I recall correctly.
Very few.
At least first gen.
I apparently am just like a normal type gym. Like I'm one of the only. Everyone's like, okay, so here are the 2 Pokemon questions. I'm gonna make both of you answer them. 1, what's your starter? And 2, what type of, like, if you were like, I run this gym, what type would you be? Because this is the equivalent of what Hogwarts house are you in for Pokemon. And I think I'm like the only person I know that's like, fucking normal, man.
So, I mean, starter's gonna be my Bulbies.
Yeah.
But, for type, I've given this question a lot of thought.
You used to
time.
say ice at least.
See, well, it's funny. Because of Bulbasaur, I would have gone with grass for many years. Mm-hmm. But Bulbasaur is the main grass type I jive with.
Outside of the starters, grass is not the world's strongest type.
Yeah, I mean, second gen, I'm always going to swear by Totodile. Bulbasaur's the only grass type I really jive with. I was told once by a friend, they, like, for some Facebook meme, like, what gym type would I be? And, like, a friend I thought had a really good analysis of, well, I was going to say grass because Bulbasaur, but then you think about everything.
I think that was me.
Was that you?
I think that was me.
I mean, it was either you or it was my friend Jen. It was one of you two. That is the only 2 options it could be.
I know I spend a lot of time with you, but I didn't realize quite how much until we started sitting down recording, and I'm like, I was there.
Okay.
But yeah, Psychic.
I'm super on board with Psychic for you.
I think so. Starter, Charmander. I like fire.
I am absolutely not surprised by this.
Be prepared to continue to be unsurprised because be really prepared to be unsurprised because Jim, this is really tough because I'm kind of leaning. I like a lot of psychic Pokemon, so I was kind of leaning towards that, but legit probably like Ghost.
That's
probably like Ghost. I don't know. It's a tough one. Like my favorite Pokemon though is Alakazam.
They're Alakazam, the Alakazam that they're calling in this.
Not that one. No, that's why it
that is
pisses
clearly
me.
a Scyther, which is.
That's why it pisses me off.
They're like Alakazam. Oh, you bitches.
But I'm also like I'm a big fan of Chandelure.
Yeah. They're pretty good.
I have a 100% lucky Chandelure in Pokemon Go, and I'm so happy to charge him up. It might be the nerdiest thing I can drop is like, you know what I've accomplished.
And Claydol.
I have a very big appreciation for Claydol, actually.
Not what I would have expected. I like it, though.
I really appreciate that they basically just threw, like, this weird, like, pagan idol in as a Pokemon.
Yeah, the Lunatone and Solrock. Like, I would want both of them. That's as far as I can really just definitively be like, this is what my Psychic team would be, but I'd want both of them in there.
I will say for Ghost types, Haunter and Gengar have some of the most classic designs of any Pokemon out there.
Oh, absolutely.
They are perfect design-wise.
And I think
I like all of those in the reverse order. My favorite is Ghastly.
Really?
My
That's
least
my least
favorite
by
is
far.
Gengar, and I like them in that order. Other than the fact that I would probably put, I don't know, like Mega Gengar is pretty dope. So
That's pretty dope.
true.
Have either of you ever played Pokken? It is like Tekken, but playing as Pokemon. It's amazing.
I have not played it yet, and I really, really want to.
It's not a deep game. It's the only reason I haven't bought it, because it's like $40, and it's, even for a fighting game, it's pretty bare bones. But I also got to play a Croaky and beat the shit, and I mean like punches a Gengar, and that was awesome.
Nice.
Okay. This was a thing that occurred to me when I was doing research last night, and Zach, I knew I had to ask you this one because my roommate and I got into it. Not an argument, but we weren't sure what to make of this.
Well, just knowing you and your roommate just screaming and shouting.
So, the Joker and or the Riddler, what would they have as their team?
Joker would have Mr. Mime because fuck everything about that idea.
See, I was arguing, like, that's the argument my roommate was making, but I feel that...
Ditto.
Ditto as in agreeing, or ditto as in that's what his team would be?
His team is all dittos.
For the Joker? I mean...
It is the most asshole move you could make, so I see a true argument for it.
Okay, yeah, hearing that, yeah,
It's like 5 Dittos and Mr. Rhyme, which is the, like, Sword and Shield evolution of Mr. Mime, which is even more...
Mr. Mime got an evolution?
It's like if Mr. Mime fucked Mr. Peanut, and you get Mr. Rhyme out of it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I apologize for everything to do with that sentence.
Do you have alcohol?
But
I need it now.
Will's gonna learn how to drink after hearing about Mr. Rhyme. As for Riddler...
See, because Riddler I was like, Mr. Mimes, because then you're just gonna fuck with people.
No, he clearly has someone in the Kadabra family. Abracadabra, Alakazam, I don't care which one.
Okay.
Possibly all 3, but we'll say just one.
What's its name? The fucking bouncing pig.
Spoink!
Oh, Spoink.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'd give that to Professor Pig, who is the creepiest Batman villain. But, it would be all sorts of things that, like, kind of cutesy and not that effective.
Yeah.
I feel like there'd be an Azumarill, like, it fights just well enough that he can run away. Riddler might be my favorite Batman villain, but he's kind of a punce.
Actually, I'm going to give Riddler all dittos, and I'm going to go Joker would be like a Spoink, like a Driftloon.
Oh, I could say Drifloon, actually, yeah.
It'd do all these...
The one that steals children or something like that? Like,
okay.
Pokedex entries are fucked up in the later games.
Yeah. Okay, now, why I was agreeing with the Drifloon is because in the goddamn Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, by the time those came around, the abilities were a thing that existed in the games. Drifloon has Aftermath, which in the base games, like, okay, you take them down, they deal some damage. They did this, the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, they explode. So if you tackle this thing to death, you're also going to just die because it's going to explode in your face. So if you're not playing as Bulbasaur and sniping that shit with Razor Leaf before it gets anywhere close to you, you're gonna have a bad time.
I feel like Joker would have a Drowsy.
I could say that.
Because it punches you in the head and then eats your dreams.
I hate that so much, yeah.
And it's a tapir that does it. Oh, the most terrible Pokemon of all time. That's actually not that terrible, but for some reason they piss me off. Snubble. I feel like Joker would have lots of these weird, creepy, cutesy clown pugs that bite like a fucking, like, snapping turtle.
I can see that.
Although I could see Harley having them more.
Harley would absolutely be, like, Granbulls galore. Granbulls are cool, though, so, like...
It's interesting.
And I'm gonna give her a Girafarig, too. I don't know why. I just...
I'd add Girafarig to my Psychic gym, too, actually. Yeah.
Mr. Freeze would have Empoleon. I am putting too much thought into this now. Clayface would have Ditto.
Yeah.
That's just built for it. Killer Croc, I don't know what, for Alligator?
Yeah. Not all of them have to be deep.
Not all of them.
It's Killer Croc. There's nothing deep about Waylon Jones. Bane, Machamp, probably.
King Shark.
Fucking Sharpedo?
Yep,
yeah.
Sharpedo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
this almost gets easy at a certain point.
Make it really confusing. Have King Shark have Wailord.
God.
I feel like the Harley Quinn cartoon version would. They'd be like, why do you think I would have a shark?
That's true. That's true.
We are way far afield here. We were doing really good for a while. Like, we're going to be at about an hour and a half, and I'm pretty sure... It's gotten dark, so I'm pretty sure we're at, like, 2 hours now. And Any last thoughts on Pokemon before we...
I mean, the movie's worth watching. A lot more worth watching than I remembered it being.
It is still fun 20 years later, and that's impressive for a giant toy commercial.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, really, I would say that's the thing. One of the things I think Pokemon does best is it's fun. It's just fun.
I agree.
You don't have to think too much about it.
I wouldn't be able to put words to how they are so consistent about it. But it's fun. It's happy.
It's for me. I'm going to explain this using Magic the Gathering terms, and I'm not going to completely explain them. I'm just going to make you guys all at home continue listening to us because we'll eventually do a Magic episode. But in most games, I tend to be a little bit more of a Johnny with some Spike tendencies and a lot of Vorthos thrown in. And
oh boy, I thought
this is like listening to a different language.
I was gonna say I thought I would have a clue what was being said. I didn't recognize any of that.
Nothing.
It's the different It's the different gamer archetypes that the designers design for.
Okay.
But in Pokemon, I'm full Timmy.
What color deck is that?
Timmy's tend to go more green or green-white.
Okay.
All right, fair enough. Hits hard and heals. It's a fucking
just
chansey.
won't die.
Johnny's tend to be more blue. Johnny's about combos.
Okay.
Spike's about winning.
But Pokemon. Oh, yeah.
But Timmy's about having fun. And that's what Pokemon brings out in me. Whereas most games, I'm like, I want to throw out a really weird combo that's going to also make me win that I can assign flavor to in my mind.
I got to play fetch with Quagsire in Pokemon Shield, and I did not know that was a thing on my bucket list until I got to cross it off.
Yes.
When they introduced the Pokemon-ame thing in, God, I think that was X and Y back in 2013. I mean, just like Go was a game changer, just like it's like every little successive step that they do to, hey, this feels that little bit more real is just...
That said, the ability to pet your Pokemon was real great on some and really creepy on others. When Incineroar, the wrestler cat guy, was like, you should pet my chest, I was like, let's do something else.
Oh, God. Not.
And on that super weird note, let's move into our final bit. What recommendations do we have, kids? I shouldn't call you kids. You're older than me. That's denigrating of me.
Let's see. Well, the main one I've got is there's the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson.
I've heard so many good things of this.
Yeah, one of my friends kind of forced me to read the first one, and then after that I was like, all right, I need the second one. Okay, cool, I finished that in 3 nights. Give me the third one now. And I mean, the entire premise is this world where if you like, some people can use these powers by consuming metal, basically, and just they can do like...
That's fucking hardcore.
Yeah, and like some stuff simple, just like, okay, I have this coin, I can launch it. Others have multiple of the powers and can just like, all right, I'm flying through the air and tugging this sword out of that guy's hand just to fling it into that guy's chest. And it's a very fun series. I just started on the kind of second trilogy that takes it into the future of, all right, now it's Wild West. So before it was swords and stuff, now there's guns, and some of these guys also can grab your gun out of your hand and then, or just deflect the bullet away from them completely.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
Any other recommendations, or
that's gonna be my main one. I mean,
awesome.
I'll always scream about McElroy's, but I think that's...
If you listen to a podcast, you probably have heard of the McElroy brothers and their 15 podcasts. Tyler, what about you?
I had to look it up real quick to make sure I got it right. It's a fantasy novel called One for the Morning Glory by John Barnes. It is a self-aware fantasy adventure novel where a prince gets cursed, and everyone kind of knows what that means because they kind of all know that they're in a fantasy novel, and so it's kind of them having to try to fulfill these different tropes to make sure that everything happens the way it's supposed to.
What'd you say this was called?
One for the Morning Glory.
That sounds amazing. I'm going to look that up on Audible.
And then a lot of it is just like the way it's written is kind of fun too, because they use a lot of different malapropisms, and they take these words, unusual words, and sometimes a little bit better known words, and use them the wrong way to mean certain things, but then they're consistent with that, so you can still sort of figure it out contextually the way it's going.
Okay. Oh, I love that.
It's a lot of fun. It was a book that was recommended to me a couple years ago by a friend. I hadn't read it before that. Ever since I've read it, it still just occasionally pops into my mind every couple weeks because it was so entertaining.
That's awesome.
And it was a lot of fun, and we need fun. So
I mean, if we have a theme for this episode, it's let's have fun. My two, I'll be quick on both of them. They're both YouTube series, which is unusual for me because these are literally I only watch one of these, and then I watch the other one when Cece watches them.
Okay.
The first one is going to be probably her favorite thing, which is Eons. Is a PBS YouTube video by Hank Green. It is locally made. It is here in Missoula, Montana, and it is a PBS video series about dinosaurs and ancient animals and everything that I loved about the Walking With series, but with what we know today, as opposed to what we were wrong about 20 years ago.
Okay.
It's very good. Again, it's local, and I love advertising local stuff. And then the other one is going to be Brian David Gilbert. He makes videos for Polygon. He does the Unraveled videos. They're all jack shit insane, and they are amazing. He makes every recipe in Breath of the Wild for one of them. His most recent one was trying to unravel the backstory of Kirby and then simulating a mental breakdown for the entire video of it. The idea is he goes mad trying to figure out Kirby's backstory. He'll talk about a character and it's starts with yes, we'll explain this thing, and then it just goes off the rails every time. It's amazing. It's funny. He does the Ultimate Pokemon Rap, which has every Pokemon in it.
Nice.
It is
wow.
With an interpretive dance section.
How does this man exist is kind of where this falls. So it goes well with the Pokemon
interpretive dance.
Yeah, we're dancing. We're dancing. Where's that? That was from Borderlands.
That was that was Claptrap.
Yeah,
I think
that's what we got.
That's what we got. I feel better.
Yeah. It's been a bummer of a day, guys, so we really appreciate you letting us bullshit and me scream at the mic for the last hour. This is not a quiet episode for me. Will, thanks so much for coming here.
Thank you guys for having me. This was fantastic. Other
than, I know you are starting to work on a future Earworm project, which we're not quite ready to talk about yet, but anywhere people can find you online, anything that you want to advertise yourself on, the answer is fine if the answer is no, but give it a shot.
I mean, if
the answer last week was no, please don't. So
I mean, at this time, no. I guess if someone wants to see a Tumblr that consists of here's a cute dog, here's screaming about politics.
You have a weird fucking Tumblr, so
let's see.
Your fondness for Dadaism.
Let's see. God, I don't remember the last time I've actually it's Wugfish Rambles, if I recall correctly.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all I got.
If you want to find other stuff, you can always find us and our other Earworm podcasts.
That's right. First, please hit subscribe however you're listening to us right now, because that way you get the next episode as soon as it comes out. It's that simple.
Mondays.
Helps us out.
Drop
also,
us a review.
If you can rate and review us however you're listening to us, that also helps, because everything's run on algorithms, and that helps us in the algorithm.
Also, we would just love feedback. I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over your dick.
No, that's fine, because it's true. We would love the feedback. Beyond that, though, you can always head over to generalnerdcast.com. Over there, you can check out all of our back catalog, anything else that we ever decide to throw up on there. It's a nice sort of go-to spot. Through there, you can always contact us, or by emailing us, generalnerderypodcast@gmail.com. Search for us, General Nerdery, across the social medias. It might not be @General Nerdery, but when you search for General Nerdery, that's what pops up.
Yeah.
It's us. So We make it easy that way. While you're over on the website, if you click the links up at the top, you'll notice we are part of the Earworm Podcast Network. You can check out all the rest of our shows that are going on through those links. Listen to me talk about horror movies over on Fried Squirms. Listen to Zach talk about Machiavelli and wargaming and 40K over on the Art of Wargaming. As we already said, there's more in the works. Before too long.
Yeah.
Before too long, we'll be like, also go listen to William over on...
Whatever the hell that's going to be.
Yeah.
I know what it's going to be. It's cool. So please, like, stay up to date over there, EARVVYRM.com. That's going to be the easiest place to check out everything that's coming. So.
In the meantime, we are your generals of nerdery.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Zach.
That's
Will.
That's Will.
We forgot Will. Sorry, Will. Dismissed.